Alright. There we go. Okay, give it a couple seconds. We should be live. Hey, right away. Look at that. Sorry, a few minutes late. Had to finish up some coaching stuff for getting ready for Open Division. So, a few minutes late, but I think I'm all set. I got everything. So, wait a couple minutes. See how many people come in, show up, and get ready. And we're changing it up a little bit today. We are going to be starting with our review and then maybe having some chat time, question time afterwards. Hopefully that kind of keeps everybody a little more engaged rather than getting it on the theory crafting side. All right. Anybody watching? Anybody here? So we'll give it a couple minutes. I'm just going to pop my drink. Oh, hey, John. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Who is watching? Anybody watching? Is it loading? Okay, alright, we got some people here. We got a good amount, so we can just get right rolling right away. So we are, let's see, I have it pulled up here. Right, I believe here. Okay, so we have today, we are going to start a little bit different than we had been starting before. So beforehand, we were doing kind of like the review after the initial kind of question section. I generally have like something planned, like we'll have a focused discussion on the PTR or this or that or the other things. Kind of want to keep it a little more starting with the review. So the more late night stuff where it gets close to, midnight Eastern or something, that's kind of when we can start taking more questions and doing that. But keeping the review, because it's kind of, I think, more so why people want to watch. So we're going to start with this, see how it goes today. So going with a little different style. So we're going to start. Oh, okay. Grand. All right. We're going to start here on Route 66, and we're doing, Jesus Christ. And we're doing Chinese Takeout Academy versus Wisdom Overwatch. Chinese Takeout on the defense, Wisdom Overwatch on the attack. So let's start with both of these comps like I usually do. I think I can make this big actually for here. So we'll start pretty basic on the defense here. We have, Goats on defense. Very standard. Still meta right now until the patch goes through. Makes sense why a lot of teams are using it. It's got a tons of strengths. Now, the question is going to become, so theoretically, this comp should be able to beat this comp pretty much head-to-head no matter what. But you never really know. And that's more when you're talking like the high, like if this was Overwatch League and these were the two team comps that I'm looking at, right? I would expect, this team to come out victorious and this team to kind of have a not so fun time. That's a thumbs down. That's a poor thumbs down. That would be kind of not really what I would expect to win. Goats is very strong because when you're looking at team comps and why you would pick a certain team comp, right? You have something like Goats. The reason you pick it is because it's very strong, but it's strong in a variety of circumstances. So it's not just strong on point A this, or, it's not just strong against this type of comp. It's strong against basically every other comp in the game, barring some triple and quadruple DPS compositions that take away the fact that it has mega healing and big health pools to, minimize the value that Goats is going to have. Because they kind of want to run into singular targets and delete them rather than go for long poke wars, which is not to the value of Goats because they really have nothing to poke with. So this comp over here, the issues it could run into is one, if the Brig is playing really well or smart, they're going to be flailing around the back line, making it hard for the Sombra to get a hack in. Same with the D.Va, she'll be spraying. And Winston is going to have a lot of trouble jumping in because once he jumps in, he can get stunned, discorded, and killed very, very easily. It's going to be hard for him to get the value. The best way that's going to be is to try to isolate the Zenyatta from this side going into this side is try to take that Zenyatta and isolate him. Getting the value off that kill there, that takes the Discord away from your team, and then you can kind of go a little stronger that way, because the Zenyatta is really what makes this comp so strong. That Discord allows for big health targets like a Winston to get burned down quickly. Talking more on this side rather than just goats, I do like the Genji and Sombra, Cyber Ninja or whatever you want, some Cyber Ninja dive. What I don't necessarily like is I really don't like this healing duo here. It's not necessarily bad, but the Mercy isn't going to find that much value. It's going to be very hard for her to heal anybody besides the Zenyatta, because if the Winston does decide to jump in, say onto the goats, and the Mercy has to follow him, she will put herself in a lot more danger. And, you know, she can get stunned. She can get shot by the D.Va. The D.Va can chase her down. The Zenyatta can Discord her and make it very, very difficult for her to kind of get the healing value. And then Zenyatta, while he does have the ranged healing, this is just overall not a lot of healing, and you're going overall against a lot of damage. So, if this was a Pharah, right, I like this comp more. If this Genji was a Pharah, because what Pharah can do against this in particular is she can just kind of go above and shoot down, and there's really nothing that's going to be able to stop a Farm Mercy. The only thing that really is going to stop it or block it is going to be D.Va. But if the Pharah is in the sky with the Mercy, it's not going to be enough damage for the D.Va to go and one clip the Pharah. She's going to have to commit a lot to that, and that puts her in danger. And then she's not going to be able to peel or DM or do damage or any of that thing, eating whatever she needs to eat. So that can get value, and then the Sombra can go in the backline and try to find a hack off of that kind of nuisance of the Pharah, and then from there the dive can come through. And you're not necessarily needing a lot of healing because you're going off of the big damage from the Pharah. But the problem with the Genji is his damage comes during the fight. So as he cuts across with his dash, rather than Pharah, whose damage is coming before the fight even engages, as she's peppering down. So I would either want to see Lucio Ana, or if you're sticking with this, go for a, what is it called? A Pharah instead of a Genji. Because you can keep the Zenyatta low ground, so he's going to be generally safe if you have the Mercy who's with the Pharah, and the Mercy can come down and help the Zen. But if you're running this Genji, one, you don't really have a good combo. Okay, so you have one combo here. So, thing is, let's say we're running a Lucio and Ana here. So, Lucio Ana instead of a Mercy and a Zenyatta. If we're running a Lucio Ana, what you have is instead of one big ult combo, you have two, which you can cycle. And what I mean by that is if you look at this comp without Lucio Ana, so ignore the Lucio Ana, this comp just as it is. You have an EMP, which is really good. You have Blade, also really good, and you have Bomb, which is also really good. You can combo EMP with one of these two. So you can combo EMP with Blade, and you can combo EMP with Bomb, right? And those are two very good surefire combos. The EMP makes it easy for Genji to get his dashes through, can kill the Zen, or can get the Zen low, for Genji to get an easy kill on a dash reset. And it can, take out shields in the case of the D.Va bomb. So take the shields out and make it impossible for the Lucio to speed boost people away, get a free big bomb. But, so that's two combos there, good, but you can't use both, one after the other. So say you used EMP Blade, then you don't have EMP for the bomb. Say you used EMP Bomb, you don't have anything for the Blade, right? And especially if that's the case, the Blade's just going to get countered by either a Beat or a Transcendence. So what you want to do instead is now say we have the Lucio Ana. So actually, let me write this here. So Lucio Ana. Ana has Nano Boost. Nano can go on the Genji. So that's a combo right there. And then EMP can combo with the Bomb. So now you have one combo, and then you have second combo down here. And as the fights go, if we kind of break this up, until the way you can break up a match, you can do it sometimes in when the fights happen. Like the matches kind of lull, and then a peak happens with a fight, and then a lull, and then a peak, and then a lull, and then a peak, right? If we're doing it that way, if we're considering that, if we have a fight here, a fight here, a fight here, and a fight here, if we go in this fight and we say, all right, let's use EMP Bomb, so use the EMP Bomb there, right? You still have Nano Blade. So then the next fight, you use Nano Blade, right? Now, I guess the BL, let's go with BL. Now, you've used the Nano Blade, your EMP and your Bomb should be built back up. So you can cycle back to EMP Bomb, so you're using it again, and then same deal, Nano Blade, right? You can just keep rotating the ultimates. And that's going to be very important against a comp like Goats, where they have a lot of ultimates that provide a lot of value. So you have this, and this can prevent a Nano Blade, but they can't prevent EMP Bomb, unless they're very good, like, the Lucio Hides or the Zenyatta Hides. There's a lot that you can do there to counter it. But this gives you more options with that secondary combo than this does, or than the initial composition does. So we'll see how this plays out. So that's kind of the initial thoughts on the composition, the way it's running there. Also, I just kind of jumped into it, but if anybody who's watching has any questions, feel free to post them. I answer, or at least try to answer every question that I'm able to while this is going on. So if you have any questions about what's happening in the VOD and the review, why certain things are happening or why I say certain things, feel free to, text and chat. Or if you have anything based on just Overwatch in general, like general knowledge, I like to, do this. I'll take a little time to go over there and then I'll come back, yeah? So if you have questions, please let us know. Let me know, not us. So, all right. Oh, actually, I could be stupid. Nope, never mind. All right, so like this, Sombra's going out early. We're going for a hack on the Mega here. Like the Sombra using the hacks, it just kind of gives the team a little bit more in the way of healing, especially dive here. The reason these guys work is it's very easy for, Genji to gash in or D.Va to use her boosters or Winston to jump in to get that healing, so you get value. What I'd like to see is I'd actually like to see Sombra bypass this, go under, and take the health pack from Big Earls. Because that way what can happen is if we want to dive here up on top of Big Earls, there's a really close health pack that the divers can just jump down and go in to kind of get the healing that way. Right? So instead of having to go from here on an attack all the way back here, you can go from here down to Big Earls and it's right there. It's a lot closer and you can get the healing. You can sustain the fight more, again, considering you're very, very low on healing. So let's see how this plays out. So I like this D.Va, kind of peppering. Don't know if she knows there's a Sombra there, but it's good. So where does Sombra go? Did she translocate out? Oh, okay, we're going Widow. Hey, what's up, Yaxum? What's going on, man? So I'm not 100%. I'm convinced on the Widow pick here. I actually prefer the Sombra. Sombra good for Scout. I like using the Sombra for Scout. That's something that a lot of teams should do, is, scout and kind of see what the enemy team is running, especially on attack. Because the luxury of attack is that you have the ability to very quickly go back and change. So if you just kind of send a Sombra out and see what they have, you can change to whatever's going to counter that. So I like the Sombra in that sense, but I also like it as a Goat's counter, quote-unquote. Sombra's been used very heavily, especially in Overwatch League right now, to not so much counter Goats, but minimize the value, right? One of the things you've been seeing, I don't know if anybody's been watching, but when you're looking at Boston is a very strong Goats team, but they're very, very weak to the Sombra variant of Goats, which is instead of having a D.Va, you have a Sombra. And what that does is you don't necessarily have the bomb combo available, which bomb combo is throwing bomb into a Graviton Surge for big damage, because again, so much health from Goats, you need that big damage to team wipe. It's your big team wipe win condition, so to speak. Having the Sombra does minimize that potency, because all you really have to follow up with a Grav is either an EMP, but by the time they're in the Grav, they've already hit a Transcendence or a Sound Barrier, or your Rhine swinging, and again, there's just so much healing, that's not going to matter. But what the Sombra does do is she basically can take normally the D.Va on the other side of Goats out of the fight. So if this is Sombra just kind of sneaks around the back line and then harasses the D.Va and hacks her before engages. Basically just gives her team an advantage, and Boston was having a lot of trouble with that. So Sombra could be used to great effect here. Again, what we talked about with having the Pharah, that's a very popular anti-Goats comp, though occasionally you put a ball instead of a Winston, but whatever. Dive here, fine. Put the Pharah on here, great. Having the Sombra just puts extra pressure on the supports to be watching their back at all times. And you can hack the D.Va, you can hack the Reinhardt. Your EMP is such a strong counter because Goats wants to sit as a unit together constantly. They just want to be together at all times. But you can, you can punish that mentality by being always ready with an EMP. Your EMP is going to hit everybody because they're so close together. In Dive, say they were running a Sombra and you're like this, you're all going to be very, very split apart. So the EMP is not going to get the same value. But goats is always going to be stacked to 6 together. So the EMP has guaranteed value. So again, you have the EMP and the bomb combo. If you did this up here, it'd be very, very hard for them to go anywhere. Say, you know, you're right here, right? You get EMP bomb, like they stop you for a little bit, and they're holding up on big girls here. You can, excuse me, you can jump your Winston up this way and send your bomb this way as the EMP goes through. The bomb can land here, and the Winston, as people are trying to escape, can punish the fact that they're running away and splitting from the bomb, and hopefully get a kill off it that way. And your bomb should, again, get some kills. Or you can even body block up here. He can body block up there. The Genji, if you're running the Genji, can come in and do some damage with the Winston. Just has a lot of synergy there that I don't think the Widow has. The Widow's not going to find value here. If you look at who you're going to be aiming for, you're generally going to be wanting to hand the Zen. But to get to the Zen, you have to get past a Ryan Shield, Diva Defense Matrix, Zarya Bubble, Brig Shield. You have a lot to get past. It's going to be very difficult to hit those shots if the supports are positioning correctly. And that's kind of one of those situations where you say, well, the support's made a mistake. Okay, you should never play or plan to capitalize on mistakes. You should always assume that the enemy team is going to play their comp perfectly, and you're going to have to create those mistakes for them, not relying on those mistakes for you to get your value. So I'm not a fan of the Widow switch here. I would have preferred just to stick on the Sombra. So let's keep it rolling. We're 30 seconds in. Great so far. So we're going for a grapple shot here. Yeah, see, look at the shields. There's no value to be had right now. Very difficult to get any damage in unless someone makes a mistake. Oh, they're rotating. Not sure why they rotated there. Oh, jump in the back line. Oh, big dash. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to watch this again. Oh, you're dead. Let's see if they recover, because it's possible here for goats to recover. Do they punish the Winston? Well, their Zen is dead. They're probably going to die here. We should be going for the Ryan. He's very low. Okay. Oh. Well, let's see how this fight goes. Why? Why what? Why what? No Widow? Oh, yeah. That's a problem. Yeah, there's the recovery. It's so tough to punish goats unless you're clean. Good slam, though. All right. Let's kind of go back and watch this again. Oh, good. You have ults, so we're ready with ults. All right, so let's go back here. Whoops. I want to see how this fight goes. How we get the goats off of high ground, because this was... Okay, so we're seeing... All right, so Widow's putting pressure up here, taking shots. Not going to find the value. Okay, we're fine there. Diva and Winston are under. We have Zen under. Why do they leave? Huh. I don't like that. I don't know why they left high ground. I don't like that at all. All right, so yeah, no, they're not pressured. Oh, is there cart right there? But you can contest cart on corner. You don't actually have to leave. Yeah, no, I don't see a reason for goats to leave there. So when you're looking at 66, so let me pull up my map here of 66. When you're looking at the way the cart moves, so the cart goes fucking hello, hey, there we go. Thank you. Excuse me. So the cart moves this way, right? And goes around here. You can actually contest cart, I believe here, and most definitely here. So you can actually contest the cart by staying on top. So there's no reason for this goats team to jump down, because there's kind of a point, right? So if we're looking, this is kind of a short point here. Around here, anything past this, or maybe closer, maybe I'd say closer to around here. Anywhere past this point, you don't get another fight. So if you take a fight here, you get a second one probably around here. It's tight, but you can make it. If you take a fight anywhere after this point, you don't get another one. So you don't get a chance to come back in, right? So if you're not committed as goats, so generally actually as goats, one of the things you'll see teams do is hold up close and just burn time off the clock this way. Because that, one, burns a lot of time with the clock. 2, ensures, because you're all the way back here, you're definitely getting a second fight right around here, where again, you can contest here. So it's maximizing how much time you get on this point, right? So you get the surefire fight here, where they have to kill you to move the cart, and then you get a surefire fight on Big Earls, where you can stall the cart out. So you got a lot of time. There's going to be a lot of full holds on first, or close holds on first, with Route 66 until the edge of the stage. Just wait till you get to Wisdom's defense round. I'm very excited. That's why I was told to watch this one. So that's kind of why teams will do it that way. If you're not committed to this, which is fine, you don't have to take that defense. If you're up here on Big Earls, but you do not take a fight before this area, you should not try to take a fight until it's around here. Because what you can do with this is, as they're pushing this way, you control this whole area, and then you can jump down wherever you want freely. But you kind of jump this way, because what's going to happen is jumping on the ground puts you at a disadvantage, because they can jump on you. They can then jump on Big Girls and control the high ground. You really can't. They can set up their Widowmaker. They can do a lot. You're giving up a lot of ground. If you control Big Girls, if you're on top of this, right, being on the high ground, this gives you the ability to jump here, 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 jump here. You can basically just go wherever you want very, very quickly on the point, right? You can control all of that. But if you jump down to the ground here, you can't contest up here anymore. So you lose that space. You take a while to get back this way. You can't contest over here. You'll be forced to go over here with a speed boost. So it'll take some time. You don't have the same level of control over the point that you do on top of Big Earls. So what you want to do is goats. If you're running this goats defense, and if you're standing on Big Earls, stay here and contest the cart. Force them to come up to you. Because they push the cart, right? And they want to, they want to push the cart all the way. And you were like, okay, I have to stop the cart. But what happens is, if you just stay here and don't move, they're the ones who are now under the microscope to try to kill you. They have the pressure now. Because you being up here, the cart's not going to get any progress. So they have to commit to trying to kill you. That puts them at a disadvantage. When you commit to kill them, that puts you at a disadvantage. So if you're playing goats, you want to stay right up here. You don't want to drop. There's no reason to drop early and contest the cart. Because anything past here, if you haven't contested already, wait till you get over here. Just wait, because you don't get another fight. You get one fight and you're done. If you don't contest before that one. So that's why you kind of shouldn't do it that way at all. I believe there's something else. And yeah, like Brigitte shouldn't really die there to Winston. Just kind of a weak, like again, we drop down and we give them so much money. Or not money, space. Good work there, good kills though. And like this is actually the value. You're gonna see why Goats is so fucking strong. Hey Noella. Noellali. Noellali? Why did I say Noella? Noellali. Noellali. Noella Lee? Maybe. Could be. Oh, did the Ryan just run away? So yeah, you backed off hard. Why was your Ryan? Did your Ryan get booped? Why did your Ryan go back? How did your Ryan go back there? How the fuck did Ryan get back there? You fucking teleport? Oh, he charged. I'm stupid. He charged. Noella is fine. Sorry. I don't know. Okay, you charged back there. That's fine. You got the swing. So now you're one down. You're down your Genji. So you're down one of your divers. Widow's got a good sight line. This is where the only way you're going to beat Goats is by very strong target prioritization. So the Zen's dead and the Brig's dead. So they only have Lucio healing. So you really, really want to do your best to kill these targets fast. Right? So like right here, this is perfect. You have your Discord on the Reinhardt. Sorry, I couldn't figure out which one it was. You have Discord on the Reinhardt here. That's perfect. That's who you want. In a Goat's composition, the one doing the most damage is the Reinhardt. He does 75 per cleave swing. So he's really the main damage dealer in Goats. But if you can take him out, they have a lot less of a chance of taking this point back. And they actually take this point back because you don't kill the Reinhardt and you need to. So I love this position from the D.Va. This is awesome. You're taking a high ground position, right? You're doing damage from multiple different angles, right? You have one here, one here. Widow's got a great sightline here, can do damage onto the Zarya. This is awesome. This is actually a great setup here. Your Mercy's able to heal, and then she can escape that way if she needs. Your Zen can come and shoot break shields. This is awesome. If I saw this in a match, I would expect Wisdom to win here. And I would expect, like, one of my teams, I would expect you to win. One of the reasons, so let's see why we don't. So yeah, right there, there's no necessity to jump back. So if we're looking here, you're double-pocketed, basically, as Winston. You have the Zen Orb on you. You can see that right here. You have the Mercy on you right here. You're not going to die. They don't have their Zen, so there's no Discord on you. You always have the jump escape option, right? D.Va can defense matrix you. So you have a lot of survivability here. There's no reason to jump up in the air and run away, especially because look how low the Reinhardt gets. Let's go here. Boom. So Reinhardt's half. But you're at full. You should just keep committing to the Reinhardt this way. And the biggest part about that, too, is you're already at 53% of the ultimate, and you haven't even killed the tank yet. One of the things is actually if we... I'm not going to be able to find it, but... Actually, I am going to be able to find it. I'll show you why, if you're full health, you want to commit. Why you want to commit. Commit. It's going to have a good day. And sorry. Spark. I need London, and I need Spark. Bada bing, bada boom. Where's Nobani? Dorado. Ilios. Nobani. I've already viewed this because this is kind of in. Okay, did just okay. I think it's on the Spark defense or the London defense. Well, let's go all the way. No, Smite already does. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay, there it is. So look. So this is why Winston is really good against Goat, or something that he can do in Goats. So if we look at, and this is why, the reason I'm just pulling this up is because if we look here, Winston's at 53% ult. And these are two tanks here. Remember that. That's important to remember. Two tanks here that he could be zapping, but he jumps away. So I want everybody who's watching to quickly pay attention to Gesture's ultimate charge. So this team, it's 6 people, so there's going to be a lot more. But these 6 are going to push through. Gesture's waiting here next to the door to zap them as they come in. So let's see us do that. And this is a Goats. This is Goats, so this is Winston against Goats. Let's watch. Let's watch Gesture's ult as they come in. So they're ready. Look. Oh, yeah. Okay, so see him? He's waiting next to the door. Right? And they're going to come in this way. And he's just going to get free zap. So let's go. Ready. Out. Gesture, zap. Look at his ult. Look at that ult charge. Look how high that ult charge goes. Wow, look at that. Ooh, it's going up high. Bzz. And wait, he's jumped back in. Where's the jump in? Ba-doom. Alright, so that was not even a fight. Like, nobody died. And Gesture's already at 70% ult charge. Winston gets so much ult charge against Goat's compositions if he plays safe. And you're in a perfect position to get that ult charge. They don't have a Brig, no stun. They don't have a Zen, no Discord. All they have is a half health Ryan and a D.Va. And you're getting double pocketed by your Mercy and your Zen. And the Reinhardt has that Discord orb. You absolutely want to commit here. You could totally win this fight if, as Winston, you just keep zapping and walking forward instead of going back to the cart. Because you zap and walk forward, right? Now you're just kind of hanging out on the cart. But look how low Ryan gets. Look how low, one, you are right now, where you jumped away, even though you didn't need to because you're taking damage from these two. If you just ran that way, look how low the Ryan is. You could totally kill him. You totally could have killed him. And the person who kills the rest of the team is Reinhardt. And they're able to heal him. So he's coming back in. And you're kind of afraid, which is fair because respawns are coming back on. But you don't commit to the Reinhardt. And now he gets the healing. Now he's full health. Now the opportunity's gone. Now the Zen's back and the Brig's back. Everybody's back. It's gone. Now you're done. You got nothing. You're not going to be able to commit this way. You're pretty much over. See, no bubble, and now it's free shatter. Free shatter. And everybody does. Yep. So don't be afraid to commit if you're full health like that, because you have your jump away. You're double pocketed. You would have had primal. 100% had primal. You would have survived. So when it comes to goats, if you're fighting goats against goats, it's goats against goats. But if you're running dive, anything that's not goats against goats, you need to be clinical in making sure every one of the characters dies, because all of these heroes have some good stall potential besides basically Zenyatta. So if you don't chop them down right where they stand and get a clean team wipe, it's going to be very difficult to go through. Good shatter, though. Slam, slam. Go and protect your Zen. Looking good. The only good thing coming into this next fight is there are ultimates online. But the problem is, and this is, again, problem we're looking at compositionally. Infrared sight doesn't do anything. Doesn't do shit here. We know where they're going to be. They're going to be goats. They're probably going to hang out in big girls, right? We don't need to see them. Genji Blade. Is it really good? Yes, they have beat to counter it. And beat counters Genji Blade fantastically. And we don't even have Nano Blade to give us extra damage. Beat plus a break stun plus a Discord, you're out of there. Valk is pretty good, but Discord goes right through Valk. You can easily get a kill through Valk. And Trance is probably the best ultimate. Valk Blade. I guess, do they damage boost the blade? I would assume that's probably the best way to go through it. But even then, that's only because the Lucio doesn't hit a full beat if there's a team wipe. Trance is only going to be good against one of those two ults. I'm going to point that. And Bomb can kill you because you have no beat to counter it. Sorry. Yeah, damage boosted blade. That works, but it's just a shittier Nano Blade. Okay, so we have sights. Goats should reset up. They need to be as a unit. This is where it's going to be a problem. Brig doesn't need to be up there. B hits everyone. Yeah, there it is. It's not going to do anything. It's never going to do anything. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm not going to be able to see the Genji. He doesn't even get stunned. He just dies. He just gets thwacked. No, it's not going to work. You can't even engage with that. And even if you had managed to jump on Lucio, get the beat out, Trance is right there. So that's a ballsy res. I'm surprised nobody stunned him out of it. Bomb. Yep, and then Winston dies. Yeah, so Goats right here is basically punishing a lack of target prioritization. It's going to be very difficult to kill anybody without prioritizing the proper target. The only target you can prioritize is the Zen, but it's so difficult. Look, he has armor. They rallied. A Brig armor pack comes on. This is so tough. An EMP would be so clinical here. So clinical, because you EMP that fight instead. So much easier. You get a kill on the Zen. Lucio can't beat. Brig can't stun. Much better. Ooh, fancy angle there. All right. All right, so let's see how this goes. All right, so now we have fully gone for the mirror. Here it is. This is Overwatch, folks. We got it. We nailed it. 110%. We're in there. It's Goats, baby. So let's see how this rolls out. This could be very interesting. So this is where I get to have some fun, because Goats is actually fun to coach. No, it's crazy. Has a lot of intricacies that are very interesting to watch. So let's see how this goes through. Chi, go Goats. Yeah, it's going to be a lot different coming in this meta. This meta is going to change a lot. I'm very excited for it. Goats is not as valuable. Good armor pack. Save the Zen. All right. All right, so right away. Ooh, better. Huh. Baited. Good Trance. Interesting Grav. Interesting Bomb. Interesting Grab, interesting Bomb. Okay, I want to see this fight again. Let's break it down. Actually, I want to see how it finishes. Okay, yeah, it's done. They're not coming back. Okay, let's go over this. fucking mind games. The I am AFK, so I'm gonna get a free shatter. Okay, so let's start. Let's look at some good things and some mistakes. So, first thing I would do as goats. All right, so we're gonna get some fucking in-depth shit here, right? First thing I would do as goats in this is recognize that I'm gonna use. I guess I'll use triangles for the attacking team and square. I'll go circles actually. Triangles and circles. So triangle and circle. Circle defending, triangle attacking. If I notice, or oval, fucking circular shape, curvy shape. First thing I'm gonna do, if I'm playing in this match, right? If I'm, say, Reinhardt, or I'm the Shark Collar, whatever. If I see that they're down here, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go and use my speed amp to get everybody up here. We already talked about this before, but this is a huge area, right? Where we can, I mean, there's so much freedom here, right? We can go up here. We can go down that way. If their Zen's out of position, we can speed on him, get a free kill. We can go this way to the front line. Our Zenyatta has angles. Well, yeah, Kirby shape. Our Zenyatta has angles where he can just ping discords at their Zenyatta, put discords on the Rhine. You have the high ground for your diva to be on. Your diva is not going to get punished. Their diva has to use boosters to get up to yours. There's a lot more freedom having this high ground. So the first thing I do if I was the attacking team is if they give up big Earls, it's mine now. I want it. I want big Earls. Go get it. Take it. That's yours. Right? They give it for you for free. You got to take that shit. It's got to be yours, right? So that's the first thing that I would do. Now, small mistake coming in here, but let's look at, so this is going to be coming from is that not 7? So 7, the Zenyatta here. If you're Zen and Zen Goats, there's one place your Discord needs to go before the start of the fight, and it's right the fuck on Reinhardt. Discord should always be on Reinhardt, because your primary target when you're going Goats to Goats is you want to knock out either the Rhine or the Zarya. There's a stat in OWL right now where the team that loses the Zarya first wins 8% of the time, and the team that loses the Rhine first wins 10% of the time. So, not good odds overall when it comes Goats to Goats. So if you can knock down one of those two, usually the Reinhardt's the easier to knock, you are solid. So your Discord and your Focus Fire should always be on the Reinhardt or the Zarya if she's in a bad position. So like right here, like, what is it? Nano, I guess is the name here. Nano is just swinging, right? His shield's not up. Free Discord. You're right there, dude. Just Discord him. Put the Discord on him. Force him to put his shield up. Because what that's going to do is there's only one way to get Discord off. Or I guess there's two ways. You either hide, or, yeah, that helps the pronunciation. Envino. Like in fertilization? Navino. Now I'm going to go with Envino. Like in vitro fertilization. I'm going to go with that. Navino. Alright. I'm down. So, I would just put the Discord on him. Discord for free. And the only other way he's going to survive that, Discord is going to come off, is when the Zarya uses bubble. So Zarya's going to have to bubble that Reinhardt to get Discord off, or else damage is going to come to him. Right? So right here, we should have the Discord on him, and that's going to allow our Rhine to engage more. Like, our Rhine has advantage here. Actually, wait, who has the advantage? So attacking, yeah, we actually, not we, but Chinese takeout. NVNO. I don't know. Whatever. Reinhardt with an N. Chinese takeout absolutely has the advantage here, because we have a Grav, and we can take out the trance, and then we have a Shadow to follow up with it. And then we have the trance, or they have the trance, to survive something like a Diva Bomb, right? A vanilla Diva Bomb isn't going to get much because of the speed boost. They're going to be able to speed out, right? So what we want to do, what I would do is Chinese takeout. I would definitely, you got to put this on here, right? You have to. I actually like the Diva. This is really good Diva play trying to take the high ground, because you could potentially eat the Grav. But you need to put this on. You need to put pressure on this Reinhardt, and the best way to do that is with the Discord. Best way. Like, the Discord's right on Gazorp, and that's perfect. That's where it needs to go. So let's go through, right? We see that. So now the Discord's on it. This is good. Right here, I know this is kind of a mind game play to get the Shatter in. I would definitely just swing. Because you have bubble, you need to take advantage of that. You need to force their bubble out. And if you do that, you force that bubble out, what you can do is you can grab and they have no bubbles that way. And if they do grab and they trance, then you have a Shatter afterwards. So you'll grab here, force this out. They'll have no bubbles, so you might even be able to kill them through the trance. You can kill through trance. And if you're feeling sexy, you can block the healing with your shield, but that's a little tough. Regardless, grab gets done, trance is over, fat Shatter, and they're done after that. Easy claps. So Shatter, that's actually a great fucking Zarya bubble. That was actually a top tier. All right, so great play here. Right? Sees the opportunity, gets the stun, perfect timing on the stun Shatter. Cyberspace with the absolute clutch bubble. This actually saves your point right here. Huge bubble, keeps your Rhine up. That your Cyberspace? Yeah, clutch bubble, dude. I don't know whether you intended to block the Shatter with it, but it did it, and it fucking worked. So boom, Shatter saved. Only Nub goes down, we trance that. And this grab, I don't agree with it. Just as the trance comes out, there's nothing you're really going to be able to do to get value through this. I would, as Chinese takeout, speed backwards out of the trance, not engage, and then grab after the transcendence. Try your best to grab after the transcendence. And you can even, what can happen here, right? And let's look at just alts, right? So again, vanilla Diva Bomb, not fantastic. Not going to get much value. So assume we didn't use this graph. Shatter goes through, doesn't get much. They used trance. They're forced to use, they used trance. Forced to use trance. You could trance in response, so both teams are up. So no value's really happening. Nothing's really happening. Just two trances keeping everybody up. Once their trance ends, grab. Your trance will be up for a couple seconds, then you follow through and finish up. That's just ultimate discipline right there. You can absolutely win that fight here. You just need the ultimate discipline. You probably would have won the map off that. Could have won the map off that. Maybe. Your ults are a little weird. But instead, a pin, I believe, comes through. Yeah, pin back with a Discord. From there, Ryan's dead. And what do we talk about? What's the percentage? 10%. Because look how free Envino is. He can just swing all day. He's just going to swing. Nothing's going to stop him. He's just going to wander forward, swing on everybody, and then your Brig's down, your Ryan's down, and your Goats is out of here. Big charge. Fuck. And they're stuck in a little corner. Oh, yeah, you can punish this. Definitely punish this. This is a little bit something you don't want to be doing here. You definitely want to instead just not take that engage. You have no chance to recontest on the point. You don't want to take that engage because what's happening here is, and I would have chased even further. 100% would have chased further. You can get your grab off that. But this is good. You're stabilizing, getting 3 on the cart. Not bad. So they have high ground now. They have advantage, but now you're looking into the ult advantage here. And you're actually coming up on the big combo on Wisdom's side. Oh, God, it goes to extras? Jesus. We're going to be here a while. So Wisdom's coming up with a big combo here. We're coming up with, we got Grav, Bomb. Like all of them went to extra rounds. That's actually top tier. 4-3? Oh, okay, that's not bad extra rounds. That's just a little extra rounds. I might not look too heavily into the extra rounds because we'll see. We'll see where we're at. We'll see timing. I'm literally not even at point 2. So we're coming up with a big one now. It would be an absolute waste of a grab here to use it soon. So let's see if we wait. Because what I would do, so here's how, they're literally just cheese. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to avoid that. It depends on the timing. So let's have a crash course on bomb comp. Actually, let's see what happens and then have a crash course on bomb combos. Maybe. Okay, good. Armor pack. So, yeah, one of the things when it comes to Goats, right, is that you want to make sure. All right, perfect. We got the Discord on him. We used one of the things with Goats that you want to make sure you're doing is you really want to make sure you're pumping as many resources in the Rhine as you can. If you don't need to heal anybody else, keep the Harmony Orb on him. If you don't need to armor pack anyone else, armor pack the Ryan when he needs it. If you don't need to bubble anyone else, bubble the Ryan when he needs it. If you don't need to speed anybody, speed Ryan in when he needs it. Like, Ryan is such a linchpin when it comes to goats. Everything should be given to Reinhardt. I would like, looking at this, I would like this position to be swapped here. This and this. If this is a caster stream, most of Bliss World is unusual. I'm only doing one map. I only ever do one map because it takes me like 2 hours. So I would prefer D.Va to be up here. D.Va has a lot more value on high ground. What she can do is she can pepper damage down into the shield. She can even just drop the bomb on top of them when the grav comes through. Whereas Brig isn't really, she's not going to proc healing over here. She wants to be down here with the Reinhardt swinging so she can proc her healing and be healing up people. So I would just swap the Brig and the D.Va. D.Va control the high ground, Brig come and help the Reinhardt. And that makes it easier too for someone's in the back line. Brig can just peel for Zenyatta really easily. And you can get shatters. Or not shatters, I'm sorry, stuns. So let's go in here. Let's see if we use it. I see a grav. Look, I see you looking for it. Okay, bomb combo. But you won't get value. Oh my god, why did you... Was that a boop? Was that a boop? Yeah, it looked like a boop. Oh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Wow, okay, wow, that's pretty. Damn. Ooh, ah. Wait, is this casted? Is this casted? I want to see.
Really nice bash. The bomb's coming out. Quad gets 3.
Oh, I don't even touch. I was sorry on point. That was no, I said Lumbo, yeah. No, that was huge. That was huge. All right, so actually let's do a breakdown of this. Not of this cuz that's a great bomb combo. I want to see, let's do a breakdown here of Ryan shatter combo. So the reason I said this probably won't go through is because Ryan died early. Generally, actually wait, hold on, I want to see something. Oh, mistake. Actually, you guys shouldn't have won that. That's great improvisation. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. That's layering support ults. That's terrible. You guys shouldn't have won that. And I'll break it down for you why. No offense, that was a great combo. But... So actually, first I want to kind of go through... I'm going to go up here. And let's go Crash Course Bomb Combo. Bomb Combo, right? So Bomb Combo requires 3 components, basically. Grav, bomb, and then some form of stun. Now, when you bomb combo, one of the things you're waiting for is for the enemy Zarya, so in this case, who is it? Pats. Make sure that they don't have bubbles. So no bubbles. So we'll write that here. We'll go no bubbles. No bubbles. And the reason for that is if Zarya keeps her projected bubble, so the one she gives people, she can give it to Reinhardt, which will prevent the Brig from stunning him, which is generally one of the ways that people would get those. So the Brig would go behind and stun the Rein. But bubble protects against stun, so if Zarya saves both of her bubbles, she can bubble the Rein, he won't get stunned, she can bubble herself. Those 2 bubbles can protect even more than just themselves and block line of sight for other things. So you want to make sure no bubbles. What you need to do, then, you grav, you throw the bomb. In the air is good, on the ground works fine. On the ground can get shattered, which makes it easier for the Rein to block it, but I digress. Then you need the stun. Generally, when you're going Reinhardt to Reinhardt, what happens is, so say this is grav here. It's stupid, but it's grav. And the bomb is coming in this way. And they have a Rein is this little thing right here with a shield. Your Rein wants to charge their Rein out. So the shield goes down and then the bomb kills everybody in the grav. That's generally how it gets done when going Rein to Rein. Now, what was done here was very, very good. I don't think it was on, like, the timing I don't think was purposeful, because it's very difficult to nail that timing, even if you mean to do it. But what happens here is the reason this play works is that when the bomb goes up, the grab actually is done right before the bomb goes off. When the grab is done, that means that Brig is free to push the Reinhardt away. If the grab was still going on, so if the bomb came in first and then you threw the grab, the bomb's going to explode while the grab is still active. When the grab is still active, you can't boop anybody out of position. So this is something that's happened in OWL. I'm gonna be a little bit of a memer here and take about a second to see if I can find this video, because this is a really, really good example of what I mean by the perfect timing. Yeah? So I'm just trying to remember. Let's go. It's Valiant versus, I believe, Gladiators. So let's put that in my head, Valiant Glads. Yeah, put that in your head too. It wasn't Shock, it was absolutely Valiant. Valiant. It wasn't Spark. It's Valiant Glads, I believe. If I don't find it, no worries. It's not the end of the world. Okay, that's World Cup. So let's just try to find all the fucking Valiant games. So Spark. I haven't touched it, so I know it's not it. If I've touched it, I know it's it, because I've watched this before. Is it New York? No, it's not Vlad's New York. Okay, good. We're getting it. Hold on. Humor me here. No, we already looked at that. Is it Defiant? It's Vlad's Defiant. There it is, because this is... Fuck me, it's not the right one. But it is Vlad's Defiant. I remember that. There's a big bomb. It happens at one point. It happens on the second at some point. Nope, too soon there. So I believe it's on the defense. Space needs grav. Or bomb. Nope. 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 Could be here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, perfect, dude. I found it. All right, here we go. So this is the perfect timing here, right? We talked about, this is kind of the same genius play here. Same concept. So if we look at, let's look at this engage here. This is goats to goats. Same deal. We're going to see a grav bomb combo attempt to come out. Space has the bomb, and then Kareev is about to get the grav. So Kareev gets the grav right now. And he's going to use it. What he's going to do is he's going to actually use it behind the pillar here. Now, I don't know if that was the intended target, but what happens is when the pillar's there, right, so wait for it. You're going to see, come on, Yakpung goes around the pillar. They try to push Kareev. Boom. Here's the problem, though. If Space throws it directly upward, which he does, but the grab timing isn't right, no one told me 18,000 DPE DPI was bad for Ana. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Fuck. So, if this timing isn't proper, right, the grab, they'll be stuck behind the pillar. The entire time the bomb's going to explode, get no value. But look at the timing of it, right? Bomb comes up, it's up, it's up, it's up. Grab expires. The bomb's about to go off. And Fate charges. And the charge pushes two people out of the pillar. Whoopsies. Sorry, that was supposed to be more dramatic. Pushes people out of the pillar. And they die. So if we look at that, let's look at that full speed. Let's go. All right, so looking. Grab bomb. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Play-by-play. We're waiting. They're pushing. Oh, they push in. Kareev hits the grab. Space takes a little bit of time. Doesn't just throw it directly up. Waits. Boops. Dead on two of them. That's the exact same concept. It's hard to get that timing down, but the essential timing is grab, and then 1, 2 is when you throw it. So you throw it almost at the second point. It brings up, gives enough time for that boop to come through. So you have, it's a much cleaner way if your Ryan's dead, or it gives you more options basically. The downside is if you're putting it at a place where there is a place to hide, people start get the ability to move and then they can hide themselves. But more often than not, stuff like this can happen, or stuff like happened here with the strong boop. Now, the way that I said, or the reason that I said this should not have worked, is that How do you aim with that? You smart. I like it. I'm going to learn. Thanks, man. I'm trying my best. Reason that shouldn't have worked is because what happens before the fight. So this is kind of, no offense to Seven and Shinrake, but this is kind of on the supports here. So when you're looking at grabs in GOATs, you have 2 support ultimates that'll save your team. You have Trance, you have Beat, right? Trance is, whoopsies. Trance comes up. So we want to be using Trance in this situation. Trance is much better to use for the grab here, right? We want to use Trance. What happens is they actually use both of their support ults at the same time. So both of them happen at the exact same time. And the reason this is bad is Lucio Beat can actually prevent a bomb if he lands the beat right before the bomb hits. So the Trance comes up, keeps everybody alive, right? The bomb's coming through. Bing, bing, bing. If he beats now, right now, timing should he hits the beat now, it would block the bomb. Bomb would not get the value. But because he beat it too early, well, there you go. Everybody dies. And the beat comes through. So you want to have, that's what I talked about before with the ult discipline, right? Is you need to be disciplined with your support ults, especially when it comes to GOATs, because you need that beat to survive that grab bomb combo. Very well done from the side of Wisdom. But if Shinrake had saved his beat just a couple seconds later, survived that bomb, the whole fight changes because they have grab. Big boom, boom. That was asked to me. I aim with precision. Got 45 and 70-ish scoped. That's just crazy. I can't imagine aiming with that. I'm 900 DPI and 4.7 cents, so fuck me, dude. Miracle that you can do that. Now, the only positive is that really Chinese Takeout has the advantage here in the sense that they have... Oh, ooh, that's a bad stagger. Yeah, they can't come out and contest this. Well, you gotta make sure you push the cart, though. There shouldn't be a contest. There is. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that contest. Yeah, no. That was never going to find value. That's kind of a big thonker. Shouldn't really contest there. You lose your Zen. Your Zarya is too deep. She'll get staggered like that. And then at this point, all you're doing is feeding all charge. Now, I'm going to go back to exactly what I said. This is why this is a double mistake. So if we look right here. Yeah, and like, Pats, you just gotta get yourself killed. Because you're never going to make it back out there. Like, what's going to happen is the best is you get healing, and you try to go this way, and they kill you anyway, which is kind of what happened. So, if we look at this is a really good ult economy. You can use Shatter, hopefully, to get one of the support ults out. Then you can grab, and you have Bomb. Beautiful. They don't have any killer ults. They just use them. And if you can try to get the support ults out, you'll have that next fight pretty free. Problem is, when you commit like this, when you're going in the commit here, you're losing this fight, and you're feeding them ultimates. So you're feeding them these ultimates to get back online, and that'll make you lose the next fight. Generally. So you come in, so you use Shatter and Bomb, so that's gone. They have both their support ults, so your grab's not going to find anything later. This is just a bad fight. There's no reason to do this fight here. This has no value. So we try to get value off the Shatter. We're already down 2, by the way. Our Zen's not back yet. We use Bomb. No value off the Bomb. So we've wasted 2. Now, you did get one of their support ults out, but that's only 1, and they'll still have the grab. They'll still have the beat to stop the grab. And now, look, they almost have Bomb again, and they're halfway to I'm pointing, like you can see that. Yeah, that's a pretty high EDPI. They have Bomb, 60 to grab, 43 to Shatter. So they absolutely have a much better ult economy than you. So you not only lost that fight, you're putting yourself in an insane disadvantage coming into this next fight. So let's see. Good high ground use from the Zarya. Now 74%. So she's basically got Grav, and she evened it out. Grav. Oh, I expected a grab to come through there. Spicy. Yeah, there's 6 ults. Wow, good kill though. One there. Wow, okay, so TPS often chat. Alright. I'll catch you later. Oh, I thought you were talking to me for that. Alright, sorry. With the not that with the roll thing. So let's look at this and how this didn't go the way it should have. It's different for every roll, but 2K does seem just a bit low. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so fuck, dude, this Wisdom should not lose this. There's no way Wisdom should lose this. This is not good. So, first, how do you die there? Wow, you just get bursted. So, first off, that's unlucky. Well, that's unlucky with the hitting the Diva Bomb here is very unlucky. So that this is a good idea to come up. Super unluckers. And again, this would kill them. They used the Lucio ult too quickly. They only had projected bubble. Oh, they had both their bubbles. So that's unfortunate. But the thing that's happens here is when they're in the grav, and this is just impatience. When you're going in a grav, in goats. Yeah, totally scuffed it. When you're in a grav in goats, you don't need to swing if they have a support ult active. Especially if you already have Shatter. So if we look, let's just go here, right? Boom, 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 boom. Fire Strike, I think, right? No, just, yep, Fire Strike. So we have Shatter. There's no reason to swing into it. You're not going to find a kill there. What you want is you want to keep your shield up so you don't get bursted. Then when the bomb comes through, then you dive in, like I said before. You get that pin and you kill from there. It's kind of scuffs it with the platform, so it makes it hard. But like here, you put your shield down and you're discorded. There's no reason to put the shield down because then you just get bursted by everybody in the graph. Instead, keep the shield up and walk forward. Let your Zarya bubble you. Your Lucio and your Zen heal you, right? And then get the graph bomb combo there. So that's a big mistake. So you lose one, then you even it out. And now you're down, basically. You don't have any more big kill ultimates. You do have your Trance and your Grav. Right, so commits a little deep this way. Beat comes out, which is good. But then they have to use Shatter. Then once they use Shatter, basically everybody's going to die there. Yeah, so just basically that was just kind of a whole ult fight. But bottom line is you definitely could have gotten value if you, one, didn't get scuffed by the moving platform, and two, if the shield was kept up by Inveno, and then got the charge in. So well done here. All right, so now we're going another goats to goats here. We'll look ultimates. Again, Wisdom should have the W on this one, especially looking at the ult economy. Not a bad boop. Good kill. Yep. All right, so that's perfect. Once the Rhine goes down, clean. That was very, very clean. Discord's on the Rhine. And once that bubble goes down, stun. Oh, Discord, lots of damage. That's perfect. That's textbook right there. Great, great punish. Great kills. Great follow-up. That's just clean goats. That's well done. Now Diva's going to get staggered. Boom, stagger. Now it's going to be a 5v6 on the point. And now you have bat. You have bomb. You can just swing. Swinging on Gazor. Yep, discorded. Very textbook. Very well done on the finish there. Much better on that fight than the one before with a billion ults. Good. I like that. I like that. Clean goats there. Clean goats. Clean goats. Alright, so we'll just skip through that. Clean. Alright, I'm in. Alright, so let's go defense. I see shields. Okay. Oh, I was scared. This is fucking stupid. This is already stupid. I think I know what the strat is. Okay. Interesting. Terrible. I love it. I gotta watch this for a while. I gotta think. I gotta. Yeah, there it is. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, see, fuck. We got this strat from a contenders team. Which team? I do have a lot to say about this, but I just need to, I want to see how the rest of this plays out. Which team? I remember a team doing it. I just don't remember which team. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Yeah, okay. Sky Fox. What, Meta Sky Foxes or the Sky Foxes that had like a billion fucking staff that sucked ass? I think Meta. Okay, yeah, alright, so I am going to say I don't like that strat at all in this meta. I think I like it in a watching it sense. I think it's hilarious. If I was a coach, would never use that, right? Ever. So, in this meta, there are two ways you can play. Basically, there's only two. You can play goats or goats variants. So actually, let me replay that. So you go, let's go with number one. You have goat. Fuck me, dude. That one is terrible. Goddamn. Boom, boom, boom. You have goats. Hold on. You have goats or goats variants. And then two, you have anti-goats. Boom, boom. That's pretty much it. So you'll see teams go goats. Triple DPS, quad DPS is anti-goats. Soul has a strat here with a Bastion, which is very anti-goats as well. Bastion is anti-goats in a lot of ways. In some ways, on some maps. Not all the time. Definitely not all the time. But it's a comp designed to beat goats. And goats variants. I don't necessarily like that one either, but that's the thought process behind it. The thing I don't like about this comp is it's not designed to beat goats. It's just designed to burn time off the clock. But when you're talking goats to goats, so let's see how this fight finishes. So this fight finishes with 3, almost 5 ults coming on the line for Chinese takeout. 1 ult here, and then this ult and this ult, which are not valuable. This ult gets countered by this ult. This ult just gets run over. It's going to get destroyed by goats. So there's no value there. So what's going to happen is you're going to lose this next fight through ultimates. Then you're going to have to switch to goats. And what switching to goats does is that means you switch this, and you switch this, all of which puts you at an ult disadvantage. So then this team will constantly have the ult advantage, and they put you on the back foot, and they get in a snowball. And once goats start snowballing, it's a tough break to get. It's very tough to break out of the snowball. So the way that comps generally get designed is first point comps are very close or mimic the comp you're going to use for the rest of the map. Because you assume that if you lose first, you don't want to do wholesale swaps and then not have ult economy, especially against goats where ults are so valuable. When you're running against a goats team that has ults and you don't have ults, you don't win. You just don't. It's not going to happen. It's very hard to mechanically beat goats just on pure mechanics if they have ultimates, because they have so many tools that you don't have. So this fight is a wash. It was always going to be a wash, even if you used Mayald here, right? Zen's got Trance. You know, you have Rally. You almost have Beat. And, like, again, look, they win off the back of one ultimate. 2, I guess they used Rally. So now they have 3. They're going to come up on a grab again. You have a bomb and have a shatter, which is good. You'll have to swap to a Zenyatta. You'll keep the Lucio, which you have, but now you're swapping to your Brig. And now you've swapped your Brig player and your Zarya player, which is never a good thing. Never, ever, ever a good thing. And you're running Ana Goats, which always loses to Zen Goats. The Nano doesn't have the same value. I would swap to Zen Goats here. Whoa. The reason Zen Goats works is it basically... The concept of Zen Goats is you're going to delete a target. You're basically using your heavy damage and big health pools and cleave damage and burst cleave damage from your Reinhardt, your Zarya, and your Brig, plus Zen's fire and his Discord to burn targets down. So Ana's healing doesn't do anything. And Ana's healing, her anti-nade was really good when Moira was meta, because Moira's thing in Goats was just a ton of healing. So Ana can delete that, takes the advantage away. Zen Goats isn't about healing. It has a lot of healing and a lot of health, but it's about big damage to kill singular targets. Because realistically, the reason 4 DPS works against this is because it doesn't have a ton of healing. There's not a lot of healing between Zen, Lucio, and Brig. It's all very slow and small. Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but I'm never fans of comps like that, because you can do the exact same thing. You can burn the exact same amount of time off the clock by just playing Goats, but up here. And I realize that you have the Nano, but you're also, it's good. There's not a great Nano target you have here. Only Ryan, but Ryan can get stunned and even burned with Nano very easily. And they have Grab. And they have Beat, and they have Transcendence. So your value isn't going to be found. Like, look at that. Another washed fight. So there's that. Now you're kind of evening out. You could potentially come and recontest this. I definitely see you guys doing. Oh, big shatter. Okay, God, Jesus Christ. It's just ult. It's just ults. It's just ults. It's just ults. Fucking Lord. Holy hell. Yeah, okay, so he goes in there. Coach told me to swap with Lumbo because they like my bring at the moment. Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, so there you go. There's another ult economy fight. So did you really burn that much time off the clock? They're coming to the second with 3.5 minutes. But that's what I mean. That's the problem with a strat like that. You burn time off the clock. You actually have less time, or they actually have more time than you guys had on the attack. A lot more. They have 3.5 minutes. That's very easy to complete 3.5 minutes. So that I don't personally like strats like that. If they work, they work. But for me, you're throwing away the entirety of the ult economy just for a chance. Like, you literally only get one decent fight at the end of second. That's it. And they have both support ults, and you don't have a single one because you have the Ana on the Nano. And again, Nano's great. Like, yeah, throw the Nano away here. There's no reason not to. But you have no support ults. They have Shatter. They have both support ults. They're not dying. Nothing's going to kill them. You don't have any support ults. And now you're going to Zen. So now you're kind of even on that economy, which is great. Grav, definitely a mistake there. So now it's more even in your favor. Now it's kind of turning in your favor. But you had to lose 2 points for the ult economy to even out. It's not great. It's the problem with comps like that. It's the problem. Coaches will say, like, if you're talking like Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, any 2 CP maps, the reason GOATS gets run on defense on, like, first, right, Hanamura, where you could run an Orisa, you could run a Bunker Comp, you could run Dive, you could run a Sombra and a Pharah. Especially on Temple. Like, you could do a lot of that. But the reason that you don't is because when you go to second and you know you already want to switch to GOATS, then you don't have the ult. And if the enemy swap to GOATS, they have ult economy, they steamroll you. What I was finding on one of my teams, I think last team I was on, or maybe 2 teams ago that I coached, is I had a specific strat for Hanamura. And I loved it. It worked so well. We would always, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, hold them, right? But we'd always lose it. At some point, they would just overwhelm us. And this was always against GOATS, because it was Hanamura. Team ran GOATS. It's this meta. Teams run GOATS. We would kick their ass the entire time. Eventually, they would have ults to overwhelm us. Grab bomb, a big shatter, or something. And then they would come to third, or second point. We'd swap GOATS, and they'd win immediately. So no matter how long we held first, we always immediately lost second. Because we didn't have the ultimates. We were going vanilla GOATS, and they would always have a support ult, a trance, a shatter, a grab. They would have something to work with, and we had nothing. We would always lose off the steamroll. It's the biggest problem with gimmick comps like that. So again, look, 3.5 minutes. It's a lot of time for them to take. Now you have the event, you have the ult now, but like even then, I mean, it's close. They almost have Grav. It's close. And you don't have a support ult. That's already going to get Grav fucking nice and quick. Big shatter. Ooh, get that run. You got to get that run. Oh, unfortunate boop. So yeah, now they have right back to 4 ults. Don't like that bomb. Caught the brig. Still don't like the bomb. You're caught in the corner. Oh, God, that's like a horror movie. The brig's coming after you. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so they have Grav. Luckily, you have support ults coming up and your own Grav. So this fight could be one that swaps your favor. Wow, great Grav eat. Oh, man, Quab. Clutch, where are you at? Right there? Great Grav eat. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Trance to keep Chinese alive. Now it's a fight. Now, yeah, I would probably say you guys win this. Oh, another Gravity. Never mind, it's different now. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love that. What a fucking play. Holy shit. Oh, 2 great plays there. Holy shit. Wow. Sorry, man. You guys had it too. Just in general, I think you guys had it because you had an extra support and you had your Grav, so you could have gotten the value there, and then you're getting a bomb. Oh, that's big. Trance. Oh, there. This is what I'm talking about. Trance keeps both people alive, right? It's Gravity. That's so sick. And then, what is it? Right through the payload? Is it? Oh, big shatter. That's clutch. All right, cool. That's clutch. All right, I can dig it. That's good. It's fucking good. Oh, you're gonna die. Oh, you're gonna get staggered. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. That's the play that said, yeah. But the thing is, again, I mean, they still have a lot. They have more time now after that whole push than you did coming into third. So now it's going to be probably a pretty even fight. You have the Lucio ult, which should be able to save you if Lucio keeps big. There's the beat. Good. Unfortunate pin. I don't like that pin at all. That puts you in the middle of their team. Yeah, bad pin. Why no Ryan die? Why Ryan no die? Kill Ryan. Why no Ryan die? No. You kill Ryan there. No. Ryan die. Ryan die right there. No, Ryan die there. No, Ryan go die. Speed in and kill Ryan. No, survive. Cannot let that Ryan survive there. Speed your Ryan in, who's basically full health. Kill that Ryan. Nobody else. No, he's got to have Discord on him right now. He's got to die. That is a mistake from him. You got to kill him. If he goes in your team, you got to kill him. Make sure he fucking dies. Everybody focus targets that way. He's got to be the fucking one. No, he had 50 health. You kill that Ryan. You speed into him. You kick his ass and you kill him. No excuses. That Ryan die. That Ryan's got to fucking die. There you go. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, if you lost off that, oh, brother. Oh, brother, you can't let that happen. All right, you got lucky. You're fucking lucky. Now you're in an unfortunate situation. Now it's going to be pretty tight. Ults are coming up, but they have Shatter and Grav. You only have one support ult, so you need your Lucio to get his beat back. But I know it goes to extra innings or extra rounds, so let's see how this fight plays out. So you're hoping probably for another Shatter Bomb. Let's see if we get it. Now, I'm going to go over something that, as Lucios should do. Yeah, you got to communicate that. Too big. Yep. Good, trans and even. Ooh, and there's the grab. That's the problem. Lucio got caught in the beat. That's big, unfortunate. It's an ult mess. Holy shit. It's just a disaster. I thought I went to extras. It does not. It cannot go to extras here. You guys have fucking spawns. You have spawns. That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, that, I mean, issues there. I mean, that fight gets messy. The issues you see there are kind of the issues that goats have that isn't really super disciplined. Is like, alright, great shatter. Here, you probably want to, alright, so you get the pin, cool. Good there, boom, pin. Alright, right here, this is where I kind of would expect Wisdom to, or not Wisdom, I'm sorry, Chinese takeout to kind of just win right away. But, like, if we look in here, like, everybody's shooting at different targets, and this can't really happen in GOATs. Like, Ryan's here, doesn't know what he's shooting at. Diva's in the air. There's two people here. There's one person here. I think there's one person back here. GOATs needs to always be shooting at the same target at all times, or else it really just becomes a brawl, and you're not getting the GOATs value. Like, yeah, weird grab over there. There's one shooting here. There's a Brig up there for no fucking reason. Like, honestly, the reason as red team you lose this is because there's no target priority. There's no target focus. And there definitely needs to be. Like, Diva's shooting over here, but who's Ryan swinging? Is he going to swing here? They should be shooting, like, everybody should be shooting that one target. Okay, who are we all shooting now? Who's the target now? Okay, Zarya is shooting Lucio, but Ryan's on the Brig. And Brig actually survives. So if the Zarya shot the Brig once, Brig dies, and then this whole play doesn't happen. So definitely messy target focus. As GOATs, you really always need to be like, you need to be stuck with your Ryan, sticking together close as a 6 unit, and then always be focusing the same target, or else you're going to have plays like this, where you have the advantage, but you end up losing. So really good defense, but not fantastic on the last. Sloppy target focus. Now, I do want to go one more time. This is something that Nub was a shot. He got picked in that fight. So the thing about that is you need to have somebody else who's willing to call the targets after. Instead of just having one person that always calls the targets, which you should have your standard target caller. You need somebody else. You need somebody else that's willing to take that role when somebody dies. I have 3 levels of priority, where I have one person call, then if they die, a different person call, and if they die, a different person call. And at all 3 of those are dead, at that point the fight's lost, generally. But every one of my players knows how to call. They just listen to one target caller. When he dies, then the secondary caller comes in. When he dies, then the tertiary caller comes in. You always need to have at least a minimum 2. Because if you lose your main caller first, then you run into those issues. You need somebody who's willing. Like, your Reinhardt should always be calling something in goats. And you guys should focus on what the Rhine is calling, because the Rhine is the one with the smallest distance. He's got the shortest range. So if Zarya, say, is calling, right? Zarya can hit things from further away. If Zen's calling, he can hit things from far away. But if they're far away, maybe Rhine can't swing on them. So if you're calling the Rhine, if the Rhine's calling, he's always hitting what he's calling. And then everyone else should have enough range, if they're tight together, to hit that same target. My targets, so my team goes main tank, then it depends on the team. I like my main tank to be my main target caller. Then after that, I actually go to my main support. He's very loud, so that's how I get him. Then it goes to my off tank, and then it goes to DPS after that. But it depends on the team. But you need an extra person. Especially if, like, I would say, all right, Nub's your target caller. Great. Your Ryan's your secondary caller. If he's not primary, it's got to be secondary. So you need to have that option, because the reason you lost that is because, like, Zarya wasn't shooting the same target as the Reinhardt was. And so it survived. So Zarya didn't survive. So Ryan didn't survive. You always have to be shooting the same target, or else Goats does not have value. So let's look at this last thing that I want to look at. I just have to find it, right? Is something that I just noticed that wasn't done, but could absolutely get done, right? So are we on 66? We are on 66 here with this one. Hello. So watching here, right? Let's just go back, because this is what I'm looking for, actually. Who has it? So you guys, right now, could 100% win the fight, right? You have Shatter. Big win condition. If you want to go for a Shatter Bomb, great. But it's really tough to land a Shatter on, just standard Goats. But you want to do a great play that you can have, especially if Nub's your taller caller. This is actually perfect. He's on Lucio, right? You have him on Lucio. This is something that what teams really need to kind of get down, is a great teamwork thing. So let's pull this up here. Oh, I don't want Rid 66. I'm sorry. I want Hollywood. I'm sorry. I'm a meme boy. Give me Hollywood. Some of you might have already seen this. So that's Anubis. It must be this. Yeah. Ado. Alright, so let's defense. I believe. Is it not on Philly attack? It is on Philly attack. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Alright. I could have sworn it was against Justice. Couldn't have been on the defense. Ooh, looking at feeling pretty comparable to watching an Owlet match. This is not right. Gotta find this here. Washington, the new Shanghai. No one's the new Shanghai. No one's... Oh, here we go. I forgot they rotated. No one's the new Shanghai. Washington just needs a little bit of time. They're just not together right now. They have good players. Janice is good. Guido is good. Addo is great. It's just not a meta that favors them right now. No one's the new Shanghai. No one will be that bad. Shanghai made legitimate organization errors, which is what caused them to be that bad. Not just the players. So, all right. So, I just want to see this. So, this is one of those situations, right? Like, if we look here, okay, we don't have the bomb, right? But, like, we say the same thing. All right, we have Grav. Grav's great. And we don't... Philly doesn't have a great finisher, but they have Shatter, so they can do a lot with the Shatter, right? So, what Neptuno does here is, if we look at his positioning, where is he? Look at him. Right there. He's top. Right? And this is something that a lot of Lucius can do in GOATs. They don't have to just generally be with their team, right? They can make a play like this happen. So Neptuno's going to come down, and he actually lands and boops Janice up, which gives Sato a free Shatter, right? So we're going to actually be able to watch, I think, Neptuno's POV. I think they catch it. Oh, no, they don't. But look at him. He boops him up. Shadow's already in the swinging animation. Swing, flam. Hits 2. That just forces support ults out. Is really all that happens there. Support ults get forced out. And then Philly ends up winning the fight because they use their support ults later. And Washington had to use both of theirs. But the biggest thing that I wanted to show you is this boop shatter combo. So we talked about earlier when we're looking at the dive, where it was the Sombra, the Genji, the D.Va, and the Ana, which had 2 combos. GOATS also kind of has 2 combos, where you have Bomb and Grav, but you also have Shatter and Boop, right? And this is how that combo comes off, is you take up a high ground as Lucio. You don't want to be obvious, because if they know, then Break's going to be able to stun you or whip shot you away. So you come kind of sneakily, right? Notice how he comes around the side, not showing himself. He jumps down, he lands, he aims his boop upward, brings Janice in the air. So, boink. He can't block a shatter. There's nothing he can do no matter what he tries. And it gives Sato a free shatter. Free shatter is going to pull support ults out. Then the fight starts to get even from there. And that's something that all Lucios should be able to learn how to do. And that could have absolutely won the fight here. So if we look, right, if Nub is... Oh, this actually might be a perfect position. Yeah. So if Nub is up top here, hidden, everybody else can move backwards behind the cart, right, and kind of bait them in. And as they come in, he jumps down, boops up, and then free shatter through the cart. And then you can throw your D.Va bomb. Totally free, 110% free, you win the fight. And that might just be enough. So that'll, 1, give you enough to build your own Grav. And then you'll finish out with, you've used these 2, but then you'll have these 4 ults to end it. Now, they'll definitely have ults, but that gives you a much more even fight coming in. And so you either win it here, or yeah, watch. It's 25 seconds. And when do they start to engage? Like right here. There's no reason you can't just jump down this way and boop up, and then it's a free shatter through the cart. And it's at 23 seconds. If you wipe them there, I don't think they come back. And you can even grab them out. So you could definitely win off of that. That's a great play that you can plan to do, especially if Nub's your target caller. Or even right here. They use their Zarya bubble. Perfect. This is perfect. Land it, boop it, boom. Easy win. Crowd goes wild. You win the map. So that's actually it. That's kind of all there was to that map. Or at least for that. I just kind of want to see who ends up winning. Okay, so we have Junkrat Goats to break. Yep, all right, fair enough. Yep. Yeah, and again, the problem with this comp, it's very hard for you to, like, get value. Like, find kills. Oh, it's a good ante, though. If they don't push in... Oh, big shatter. Yeah, like, dude, you don't have any kill potential. And now you're at an ult disadvantage. Same thing. They'll have Grav soon. Now you're swapping. They have Tire. They can win the next fight. You have Nano, but what's Nano going to do? There you go. There's one down. Okay. You do save it, though. Do you? Yeah, you do. Alright, you do save it. So tough. You save it. And then standard goats. Yeah, like this is exactly where you want to set up. This burns time off the clock. This burns hella time off the clock. Look at that, and he has ult. I think he'll probably take a second fight, too. Oh, yeah, but they should control big girls here. That's good use of high ground. I really like that. Ooh, fat. Follow up? Probably not. Yeah, nope. Good reversal. Ooh, good trance, though, coming in. Oh, he must... Oh, great. Good. Nice. Good victory. Close. Good victory from them. From you. Yeah, no, it can absolutely be fun to play. And it's frustrating to play against, but... You know, there's... For me, I would never have one of my teams run it. And not because I'm unfun. I actually like fun strats, but that's not... It's just you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, and when you're going against teams that will punish every one of your little mistakes, you do not want to give them any advantage. It's just a game of numbers at that point. Could you go even, or do you give them a tiny bit of advantage? So... That's just me. That's just me. So, I think that's pretty much it. Now would kind of be the point where if I had a discussion, I'd do it, but I don't really have anything to discuss. It's pretty much kind of it. I don't really have much. I don't have anything to kind of like anything specific to go over, but if anyone has any questions, yeah, absolutely. If anybody has any questions, please throw them right now. I'll answer every question anybody has until there's no questions left. Also, just a side note while you're typing, if you want to go to my Twitch, which you can like ask questions there, and I'm trying to find time. Open Division is pulling a lot of my time right now, so it's hard for me to stream at all. But if you want to follow me on Twitch, I would appreciate it. And I'm trying to, maybe once Open Division actually starts and I'm not kind of in the whole strat mode where I'm working like 5 or 6 hours a night on maps, then I'll kind of get into, I want to do some more Overwatch League VOD reviews and Pro VOD reviews from like contenders, and stuff like that. So if you want to follow, please do. So how do you think the PTA changes, other than Baptiste, will change the meta? I think the biggest thing is gonna be it's gonna be a lot more difficult to play goats. A lot of the balance changes, like increase in Junkrat damage, less Discord, less Zarya damage, less Lucio speed, all of that are very directly affecting goats and going to try to kill goats. Goats, I think, will now move from V comp to A comp. There will be points where you can play goats, where you can have 3 supports like that. But then there will be points where you can't. And it won't be an every point kind of thing. I think Winston goats maybe doesn't have the same value, or maybe has more value. You know, that's kind of a weird one. Winston Ghost is a little bit weird to play, but you don't have the Discord to really do that same amount of damage, so it's going to be iffy. And everything at that point is just conjecture. I actually haven't been able to scrim on the PTR yet. That is coming up this week for me. But if I had to guess, I would say that the biggest change is Goats is going to go from the meta to a composition. So you can play Goats, but it's not every map, which I think will be the biggest change. I think there will be a lot more bunker comps, and I think that's going to come with the Baptiste. I think Baptiste is going to fill the role of a non-mobile healer, one that works well with bunker comps. His invincibility shield and his like amp matrix thing can work really well with like an Orisa. Orisa got buffs. Junkrat got buffs. Soldier got some buffs, just tiny ones. Tiny buffs. I think the meta is going to more favor, or you'll see more of like bunker style comps where you're just kind of staying in one area. I think is really what we're going to see a lot of, if I had to make a conjecture. And I think Baptiste will fill the role most likely of, I would imagine your hit scan would go in like a 3 DPS comp. Maybe some, or not a 3 support comp, maybe some 2 support comps. I would say he's probably paired with healers that maximize his damage potential, so like a Zen maybe a Mercy, like maybe Mercy Baptiste. But he doesn't have like a defensive alt, quote unquote, so you would need like a Lucio or a Zen, depending on what you're running against. So I see him filling either a third role or comboing with a Lucio or a Zenyatta. And in bunker comps. I think bunker comps are a lot. So is there any other questions, comments, concerns? Anything else you would like to ask? I'm free for anything Overwatch related. Happy to answer all questions. Do you think roll queue will affect OWL eventually? Yeah. If they do it, I'm not a fan of it. At all, actually. Because if you implement roll queue has to be 2-2-2. And that's what they talked about. It has to be 2-2-2. And if you do that, you lose out on a lot of different metas. You lose out on Goats, no triple DPS, no triple supports, no triple tank, none of that. Like, if we're talking like metas that have actually existed in OWL, Goats, triple tank with an Ana, triple DPS from the playoffs of OWL, currently triple and quad DPS, you're losing out a lot on that. And if they do roll queue like that, where you're implementing a 2-2-2, they either have to put it in an OWL, or they accept that OWL is not going to be the same game, which is a mistake, because then tournaments are it's just going to be a whole mess. You're going to have players who practice on, ladder, and they're not practicing basically at all the same game. So I understand it, but it's going to be really tough to implement in that fashion. So I go both ways. Like, I hate games where I have 4 DPS. But I also like watching 3 DPS comps and 3 support comps and 3 tank. Like, I like variability in meta. And when you go 2-2-2, you make it really tight and hard to get creative with that. So I'm against it. But like, I'm like, if there's like against and for, I'm like in the middle, slightly into the against side. Like, I get why. I'm worried about what it would do to Pro Overwatch, considering what we've seen in the past from Pro Overwatch. That's my concern. That would be my concern. Yeah. So anything else? Any other questions? Have you seen quads double E? Yeah. Wait, maybe? How good do you think New Soldier would be? I don't think he'll be better than... He's not going to be better than Widow or Ashe. I mean... Sustained damage is never as good as burst damage. Especially when, like, Ana's a really meta healer in a lot of ways. So, I don't think he'll be super powerful. I think he'll be better. But I don't think he'll be great. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Also, I forgot. I like to, when games end, I do like to give and that reminded me, I like to give kind of who I thought was the best from both sides. I'm going to go with, from Chinese Takeout, I think Azalea played really well. And had Azalea and Pat both played really well. But I think Azalea did really well on Brig to kind of keep his team alive and PO properly and stun the right targets and open up a lot of opportunities. And then Quab from Wisdom was a nut. Quab is a nut diva. Probably the best player in the match of that day. Did a lot of work. So, I just wanted to add that. That's usually how I like to end. I totally forgot about that. But Azalea from Chinese Takeout. Quab from Wisdom Overwatch. So yeah, I don't think he'll be great, but I think he'll be maybe not viable, but he'll be better to play now than he was before. Tag in game highlights if you want to see. Sure, let me look. Let me look. Where is it? Did you ping me? Yes, you did. Oh, whoa, there's a lot of messages in here. Whoa. Alright. Let's just watch this right away. Okay, where is he? He's over there. Huh? What? He hit both? That's nutty. And they literally froze him. Why didn't they just wait till he was frozen? That's a great eat. Oh, 2 eats at once. Boom, boom. Oh, that's clutch. Oh, that's top. That's hot. That's hot. Does it win you the point, though? Oh, it gets pretty darn close. Yeah, all right. That's a big, that's fat. That's hot. That's hot. All right. All right. I respect it. That's hot. All right. But yeah, I think that's it. If anybody has any more questions, I think we're kind of good here. If any of there are cursory last ones while I'm talking, feel free to put it in. If you don't have any more questions and you want to watch more, again, my schedule's really fucked right now. A lot of stuff going on with Open Division. You can, go on the Twitch. I will hopefully be doing some Overwatch League, like pro VOD reviews, looking at pro games more as time goes on. Hopefully like midday or late night time, depending. So I'm trying to figure a couple things out with that. If you have any other questions, you just tag me in Discord so you can clearly, find me. It's just Frumple regular, not without the OW, Frumple in the Owlet Discord, or you could just find me on Discord and DM me if you have any questions, comments, if you want me to review a VOD of yours, if you want to look at stuff. I'm all ears all the time. I keep my DMs open, and I like, answering questions for people. So, I think I'm pretty good there. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go lose some SR. Sounds great. So, thanks for coming and watching. That was fun. That was a really nice map. It had a lot of good stuff to look at, and well played from both teams. So, thanks for watching, and I guess hopefully next Wednesday I'll be back, and we'll see what we got next week. I'll catch you all later. Thank you for watching.